In a lively first-grade classroom, a teacher introduces Some Duel, an enthralling two-player game in which participants strive to collect tiles numbered from 1 to 9, strategically seeking a trio that totals to the magical number 15. The room hums with excitement, but among the eager faces, one young skeptic stands out, our hero in today's tale, Charlie. While their classmates eagerly look forward to the enjoyable game, he openly questions, "Why not choose something less brainy, like tic-tac-toe?" Considering the effort the teacher invested in creating a fun and educational activity, it is understandable if she felt a hint of frustration at such a defiant question. Wouldn't you be a bit annoyed? However, the teacher in our story truly appreciates the vibrant spirit of her students. With a knowing smile, she astutely kindles the flames of Charlie's competitive nature by mentioning an upcoming Some Duel tournament. She believes that with a bit of dedication and effort, Charlie could rise as the champion. You see, Charlie doesn't typically find much value in exerting himself, but his eyes gleam with the enticing prospect of victory and the admiration of his peers. It's almost as if, like all of us, Charlie yearns for the sweet taste of admiration so deeply that, against his own better judgment, he is willing to consider hard work as a small price to savor it. Can you remember a time when the prize was so enticing that it motivated you to work harder than you ever imagined? With newfound enthusiasm, Charlie, who usually prefers to learn through play rather than rules, eagerly asks the teacher to engage in a thrilling round of Some Duel. The teacher, delighted to have him on board, wastes no time and goes hand-to-head with Charlie in the game. She starts with a daring 5, which Charlie counters with a modest 1. The teacher responds with a strategic 2, causing Charlie to break into a sweat as he reluctantly snatches the tricky 8. But hold on to your seats, for there is a twist. The teacher, with a mischievous grin, grabs a daring 6 into her mix, leaving Charlie in quite the pickle. His only escape route is the elusive 7, or so it seems. But wait, there is more. If he goes for 7, the teacher swoops in with a sneaky 4, sealing her victory. It's a game of wits and numbers, and wasn't that a roller coaster of fun? Despite the game's difficulty, all the kids are thoroughly engrossed. But, as Charlie suspected, Some Duel is biased in favor of the quick thinkers. If he is going to have a chance at winning the tournament, he needs to come up with a clever plan for cheating. After all, why should victory always be handed to the swiftest or the prizes reserved for the quick-witted? Should they be allowed to win merely because of the gifts God gave them? No, not on Charlie's watch. He won't stand for such injustice. After all, as Charlie's grandfather wisely says, cheating is the gift that man gives himself. So, dear viewer, have you ever been faced with a challenge that seemed tilted against you? How far would you go to level the playing field? While everyone in the classroom is engrossed in the game, Charlie contemplates the best way to cheat his way to becoming a champion. After some meditation, Charlie realizes that he can save time by compiling a list of all the winning combinations. This list will help him decide which tiles to capture and anticipate his opponent's moves. Surprisingly, creating the list isn't too challenging. Charlie discovers that there are only 8 combinations of 3 tiles that add up to 15. But before Charlie can delve deeper into his cheating strategy, his frenemy David swoops in. Much like Charlie, Dave is all about winning. In Dave's world, victory is the result of sheer hard work, and he firmly believes that the key to winning is simple. You must desire it more than your opponents. That translates to being willing to put in more effort than your rivals. To Dave, losing is just a sign that your opponent wanted it more and worked harder for it. So here is the question for you. Do you align with Dave's philosophy that sheer desire and effort are the keys to winning? Or do you find yourself leaning towards Charlie's unconventional path, where victory can be achieved by the less conventional method of cheating? Before we have time to contemplate the ethics of competition, Dave extends an invitation to Charlie for a practice match, hoping to hone their skills before the upcoming tournament. To Dave's disappointment, Charlie dismisses the offer, claiming he is too preoccupied devising his cheating strategy for the following day. Dave shakes his head in a familiar exasperation. This is classic Charlie, always on the lookout for shortcuts. In Dave's view, there is no way to cheat in a foolproof game like this one. Victory, he believes, is reserved for the swiftest mathematician, the one who can calculate options in the blink of an eye. Without dwelling on it any longer, Dave decides to seek out another practice partner, resolute in his pursuit of victory. Charlie continues to brainstorm his cheating strategy for the upcoming tournament. He recognizes the value of knowing that there are only 8 possible combinations of tiles that lead to victory. In fact, armed with this knowledge, he realizes there is no need for cumbersome calculations. Instead, he can focus on acquiring tiles strategically to ensure he assembles one of these winning combinations while preventing his opponent from doing the same. Furthermore, as he examines these combinations, he discerns the varying importance of certain numbers. The number 5 appears in 4 winning combinations, while 2, 4, 6, and 8 are part of 3 winning combinations, and 1, 3, 7, and 9 feature in only 2 winning combinations. This insight guides him to prioritize securing the number 5 as swiftly as possible. With this newfound understanding, he anticipates he won't waste time on calculations like his opponents, and he has a sense of which moves will give him an advantage. Yet the question lingers, will this be sufficient to grant him an edge in the upcoming tournament? To test his theory, Charlie challenges Dave to a series of practice games, kicking things off with the number 5 as his opening move. As anticipated, this choice streamlines the game in his favor. While Dave excels at mental calculations, Charlie discovers that consulting his list provides a much speedier path to victory. Charlie takes a tactical approach, deliberately losing a few games and pretending to dedicate more time to calculations than necessary to keep Dave from growing suspicious. Charlie's strategy unfolds as planned. Fueled by his strong work ethic, Dave firmly believes he won fairly. He is not only delighted to have proven Charlie wrong, but also believes he's imparted a valuable lesson. From Dave's perspective, these losses have served as a necessary wake-up call, one that he hopes will prompt his friend Charlie to reassess his moral compass. While Dave keeps practicing, Charlie spends his afternoon playing video games. Now that he has a technique to play some duel efficiently without performing calculations, Charlie has not a care in the world. In a splendid mood, when his little sister asks him to play tic-tac-toe, Charlie happily obliges. As they play game after game, a thought, uninvited but intriguing, crossed his mind. Tic-tac-toe and the Some Duel have a lot in common. In both games, players aim to conquer tiles to achieve specific patterns. In tic-tac-toe, the goal is to complete a row, while in Some Duel, the objective is to reach 15. This connection prompts Charlie to delve deeper into his thoughts. He discovers that, much like Some Duel, tic-tac-toe offers precisely 8 ways to win. The central square reigns supreme, boasting 4 potential paths to victory, followed by the corner squares, each providing 3 distinct winning combinations, and lastly the lateral squares with 2 possible winning sequences. Charlie's reflection leads to a wild idea. What if these two games are not just similar, but the same at their core? What if each tic-tac-toe position could be assigned a number, making getting 3 in a row equivalent to achieving an addition equal to 15? And can you believe it? After tinkering with the tiles for a while, he stumbles upon an arrangement that accomplishes exactly that. This revelation opens up a whole new realm of cheating possibilities. He wouldn't need to do anything else but play tic-tac-toe. No more additions, no more math checks at all. The next day, Charlie and Dave easily become the finalists of the tournament. Everyone in the classroom is excited to see them play a series of 7 games. The winner of 4 will be crowned the champion. Dave is pretty comfortable playing. By sheer hard work and practice, he has figured out that playing 5 is better than playing 2, 4, 6, or 8, which is better than playing 1, 3, 5, or 7. However, Dave hasn't made the connection between the sum game and tic-tac-toe. Therefore, he still has to do a lot of calculation each time he plays. On the other hand, Charlie doesn't need to think at all. They tie in the first 6 games. Everyone except the teacher is biting their nails. In the last game, Dave, out of tiredness, makes a mistake and Charlie wins easily. Dave's warm congratulations to Charlie hardly leave room for doubt. In Dave's mind, his old frenemy, Charlie, invested significantly more training time than Dave did. Now, dear viewers, armed with all the key information, it's your turn to concoct the tale's moral and ending. Does Charlie come clean about his unconventional strategy, or does the teacher expose Charlie's methods? And what do their fellow classmates make of Charlie's shrewd tactics? Do they applaud his ingenuity, considering it a stroke of genius? How does Charlie relish his victory? How does Dave feel learning that Charlie won the gold without breaking a sweat? As for the story itself, does it captivate your interest? Is there a moral hidden within its folds, or is it simply a delightful tale? How should we bring this video to a close? Since the story's logical coherence may be up for debate and its ending remains elusive, indulge me in a delightful non sequitur. Paraphrasing the illustrious mathematician Alexander Grothendieck, tackling a complex mathematical problem is akin to cracking a tough nut. You can employ sheer brute force, but sometimes even your mightiest efforts fall short. Alternatively, you can immerse the nut in water, occasionally massaging it for better absorption, and simply let time run its course. As moments pass, the shell grows more pliable. When the time is right, the shell opens effortlessly to gentle pressure.